Avery Louise with NTX Roofing. I'm here with Chrissy Mallouf from Keller Williams. Say hi to the people, Chrissy.
Hey everyone, it's Chrissy.
How's your day going? Everything good?
It's good. I mean, it's been one of those crazy days of Zoom meetings. I'm wearing sweatpants with a nice shirt, so just don't tell anybody.
I don't have pants on at all. I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, go figure. Please don't stand up.
No, so how are things in lockdown with the kids? Kids are home full time. Are you having to do a lot of the schooling, or are they on top of their own stuff?
They're old enough that they're on top of their own stuff, but I will say for two kids that usually get along right now, they're kind of button heads. I think it's just too much time of being inside together and just everyone's kind of getting on each other's nerves. So we're getting through it. I mean, today was a big whopping chicken nugget lunch and mac and cheese because I was like, I don't even know. Whatever. So it's cool. What about yours?
Well, my son was here for about 2.5 weeks. His mom had a cough, and we didn't know what it was, so he stayed with me for almost 3 weeks.
Okay.
And it was fun, but it was he likes to play hockey, and when I say he likes to play hockey, it's about 8 hours a day playing hockey. And I love hockey.
Yeah.
But, 8 hours a day is intense. Like, I cannot sit down when he's here. He doesn't let me sit down. And I can't.
You're exhausted.
This wasn't happening because he would be coming in here the whole time asking me to change the channel or play hockey with him. But my daughter, she's good. She got on cruise control. She's on a weird schedule though. She's sleeping weird hours, but she's getting stuff done. She just started getting up early to work out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's better than me. I think I've only gone on a few walks and done a few dance videos, so that's about it.
We'll get into that because I want to talk to you about that in a little bit. So me and Chrissy go back a long ways. We were in the banking world together. We both worked for Point Bank, and you worked for somewhere else before that too. Did you work at First State Bank in North Texas too, or no?
No, John had worked for First State. I worked for Point Bank for 8 years, and then went to a different bank after that. But
that's right. John worked for
First State Bank, the original First State Bank of Denton.
Yes. Yeah. And before it turned to Wells Fargo, I left there when it turned to Wells Fargo and went to Point Bank. That's where we met. Me and John worked together a long time there too, and it really was a lot of fun. I think you were pregnant when you were working with me.
Yes. Was that Madison?
It would have been Madison. Because it was right when you and John got married.
Yeah. Well, I got pregnant after we got married. Okay.
No, we're not. This is just
my grandma counted the numbers. She was like, "I got married in March." I was like, "Oh my gosh, Grandma, come on."
Let's not try to do the numbers. It's not. It's 2020.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But yes, I was way pregnant, and I'm talking like out there.
Yeah. I do remember because you were looking at baby stuff constantly. It was like a constant trying to buy stuff. I wanted to talk to you today a lot about obviously about real estate, but I want to know how Corona 2020 is affecting the real estate business. Has it slowed up? Has it picked up? Has it leveled out? What's going on?
I'm gonna say it's slowing some just because of a lot of people with the unknown. We have a lot of clients that with jobs and so forth. They're not sure. But real estate's still moving. I had 3 clients last week come in town that were relocating, so they still needed a place to live. We've also had situations where sellers are needing to sell just due to life issues and finances. So you're seeing a little bit more motivation on some of the seller sides. Okay. I'm seeing a little bit more seller credits as opposed to, a few years ago, you can ask for any kind of credit.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, we've done a lot of virtual showings. So we've got 3 hitting the market this week. I'm still showing.
How are you doing it via Zoom, or are you doing it like?
Yeah, we do them Zoom or FaceTime, or some of them will just want us to record and then send it to them. But I mean, the clients that I've been showing lately have still wanted to go to the house. Okay. So we just wear gloves. We'll take our hand sanitizers and booties, and we ask the seller to open the cabinets, do whatever. Yeah, I look like I'm about to do surgery on the house.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine that's a nurse, and she sent me some pictures of her a month ago and a picture of her now, and she looked probably 15 years older because they're not sleeping. She's constant. There's an outline of the goggles, and the mask is always on her face. She said, even when she wakes up in the morning, it's still there because they're always having to wear the protective gear. I was curious about that because I know, like, for me, with my business, it hasn't really slowed down per se. I'm still getting houses, but they're not doing them right now because of what happened in September last year where everybody has to pay a deductible. They should have been paying them anyways, but the deductible comes into play. And when you're worried about the economic situation, nobody wants to put that extra $2,000-$3,000 into a roof when it's not leaking. That's the way they look at it. So once everything picks back up, it will be primed and ready to go. So that's good. So you're saying that it is is it a buyer's market, you're saying?
It's kind of a weird, I would say it's a level. I mean, the prices are still good. I mean, prices are still higher than I would think they were years ago, but I'm seeing it shift more. So where it's becoming more of a buyer's market.
So
Rates are like this right now. It's a roller coaster, you know? So, I mean, there's some days I've got people locking in lower, and other days, depending on the day, you know, they're just kind of watching rates. So I had one yesterday. They did some kind of grant program where they have to like pay it back though, because a lot of the grant programs have gone away right now.
Okay.
But they locked in at like a 2.875 rate. I mean,
Okay,
that's pretty dang good for a first time.
that's really good. Yeah.
So
Find a new
I
car.
was excited for them. Yeah.
So you were saying some of these people are moving into the state.
So many people moving here.
Where are they? Are they with Toyota? Who are they coming with?
No, there's like a medical company that's kind of like a care flight kind of medical company here in Denton. The office is over off of Peterbilt. Never even knew about it. Come to find out, they're like the second business in Denton County that keeps Embassy Suites booked. Like solid. So I've got those people coming out of South Carolina. I've had someone come from Ohio just because family member.
Right.
I had an old true Denton person that moved away that's coming back now because they have a baby to be closer to grandma. And they're moving from South Carolina. So they're kind of all over. And then we had a Florida client that's just moving here because it's, you know, affordable, and Florida can be expensive. So, they're relocating for cost. And usually when that recession hits, we know it hits those places like Florida, California, those places first. So.
Right. So you're saying that what you're doing to counteract any of the lockdown or the distancing is you're doing the virtual tours. And are people buying based on a virtual tour, or do they eventually go in and look at the house in person? Or they?
No, I mean, I sold. I'm not joking. Probably like a $600,000 house a couple weeks ago, only virtual, like
fully virtual.
Fully virtual. Hasn't seen the house. Won't see it until after closing. And we have some people like that they've seen. I mean, well, you know how it is. You can Google satellite, look at the Earth. You've got the virtual videos that do the walk tour. They're okay with it, and I kind of give them the heads up on if the neighbors look like they're good or not, or if there's a lot of crazy people around.
I guess they're relying on you as a realtor.
They do. I don't want them to hate me afterwards. So.
Right. It's not worth it. I have some people that I've talked to with some other realtors that I work with, and every time I ask them how things are going, that's what they talk about. They talk about the realtor. They did not like the experience. I'm like, I'm sorry to hear that. I said, but I think there's a bad experience with everybody. Sometimes you have those experiences, and sometimes you don't mesh with your clients. But at the end of the day, the job is to sell them a house and to make sure they're taken care of. And it's not necessarily about being best friends with them. But
no, I mean, I know I've had to fire, and I don't like to because I try to get along with everybody. But I fired clients before.
Yeah, I've gotten where I was like, you know what, I can't. I'm not the guy for you. I'll give you a list of guys, but I'm not the guy.
Yeah, and it's best for everybody at that point. So you're good.
And it takes a lot to put somebody in that corner, but sometimes you're just like, man, I can't invest as much energy and time on you. I do have other people I have to work with, and that's not discounting that they're valuable. It is just the facts.
Yeah.
Let's go back to talking about you guys. You said you guys are doing. I saw the dance video actually. I saw it today. I was looking at.
Oh, was that on my TikTok?
Yeah, with you and your daughter were doing a dance inside. I don't know where that was. Is it a backyard, garage?
That was backyard. Yeah.
So my company is sponsoring a program called Live Fit. It's a Live Fit challenge that we're doing. So this is something we're pushing really hard right now, and it's one of the few things that Corona's helped me with because everybody's locked in, and so it's lockdown workouts is what we're doing. So I have a gentleman that's actually doing my training for me, Max Fairchild. He's coming on with me this afternoon. We're going to record something and probably release it next week, but he's going to give us some tips on what to eat, how to work out with everyday items sitting in your house. And in reference to that, what you guys are dancing, what other things are you guys doing as far as like, I know you said you were having chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
I would say I'm not eating the healthiest. We're still trying to support a bunch of the small businesses, so we are doing the door dashes and eating out if we can, probably at least once a day. I would say we're eating out.
Okay.
But John and I are still just as busy, but just in Zoom meetings right now. So I feel like our kids are going to school in their own rooms, and then we're coming up for lunch. But workout-wise, we're going on family walks. We heated up the pool last weekend. Today we probably wouldn't need to heat up the pool because it's almost 90 degrees, but we got in the pool and did some swimming, and that was nice.
That's awesome.
Cleaned out our garage. We hadn't cleaned out our garage since we moved here, and we can park.
That too. You got the same problem. I still have boxes that need to be unloaded, and I have so much clothes. And see, I buy expensive clothes. Don't judge me.
No, not you.
Clothes. And so
Yeah.
I don't want to just give them away to anybody. I want to
Okay.
give somebody that needs, like somebody that's either need to get a job or something like that. And I have them down there, and I just haven't found the person. Everybody that's asking for them, like, you just want the clothes because you want to look good.
Yeah. You want my style.
Yeah, you want something. But it's like, so I got to go through all that stuff, and I have about a third of my garage is still got full. It's full of like moving stuff. But the other 2/3 is gym. So I put in a squat rack. I have a punching bag in there. I have several pieces of the elliptical machine, a max trainer. I'm waiting on my rower, but I have the bench. I have all the dumbbells and that sort of thing. So me and my daughter go down there and we work out. And then we jump rope up front, and then we run around the block a couple times. And
That's good.
Just as why I hate running. But anyway, that's what we're doing, trying to keep it safe. And we're posting videos of ourselves. So if you guys do something, I would love it if you would just on our YouTube channel or on Instagram, just drop a video of it. What you guys ate, if you did like a meal prep and you guys are, hey, we ate really good today, just drop it in there. Yeah. Or if you have recipes, or if you're working out, just send us a little video. Or even if it's funny, we like funny. Funny's good.
That's a good idea. I like that.
What I was going to add, the other thing I was going to ask you is top 3 things the Mallouf household has to have in stock when the apocalyptic or pandemic hits.
Oh my gosh. Top 3 things.
Top
But
3.
luckily we always bought toilet paper in bulk, so we've already have, I don't know why, but it's only 6 in our house. Like, you don't run low on the TP. Like,
I bought 160 rolls from the janitorial supply sitting in my garage. I'm literally going to give it to you and some of my other
That's awesome.
Yeah.
TP never runs short here. I would say, oh gosh, our fridge, like our soda fridge and bottled waters and like Capri Suns, like John loves his like Coke Zeros and Diet Cokes and all that kind of, so that's always stocked. So we've kept that in there. Some kind of snack food. I know that doesn't go with our health.
Cheez-Its. That's our like
Cheez-Its. Thank goodness for Amazon, because we've had Cheez-Its, some Slim Jims, Reese's Butter Cups, the little eggs right now. So I would say junk food, and then of course we've got to have our TV. We are like keeping up with the TV. Like I'm talking like Ozark, Tiger King.
You like Ozark? I have not
like Ozark
yet. I haven't started watching. I think I watched it when they first released it, and I think the first episode was a little slow for me, and I think I pulled out of it.
I get that. I think we did, and then we went back and watched it. Go binge watch it.
I was not happy with the Tiger King. I think it was good to like 3 or 4 episodes in, and then it felt redundant, and then it was forcing. You already knew what was going to happen. I mean, you could have Googled and found out what happened, but it was like you knew he was going to go to jail, and that was the end of the story, and that's the way they ended it. And I was disappointed. I thought he was going to come back, but no. And she was. I'm not going to judge the person, but she seems just as evil as anybody else. The lady that he was trying to murder. Are you frozen? There you are. You froze on me.
Okay.
I paused.
Yeah, we frozen up. Sorry. Internet.
I was like, either she's thinking really deep thought or she's frozen.
Tiger King really makes me think.
Really,
I'm alive. Yeah.
I'm like Siskel or Ebert over here. But yeah, I think the one that I really I got into was I can't remember the name of it. It was about you know what? Brain's not working. We'll get back to it. Have you guys? I saw you were doing plants. I didn't really look into exactly what you're doing. What are the plants? Are you giving those to your customers?
I did. So originally we had this big plant drive where I was going to do a drive up at Eureka Park, have my clients appreciation, go with like the April, spring. Well, we couldn't do that. We had to put a stop. So what I did was I still wanted to do something for people. Okay. And I was like, let's still order the plants. Let's divide and conquer and just put them on porches. So we would I had 275 buyers, I think, because we went to the people that had bought in the past like 4 or 5 years. And we just popped up and put a little note on their porch with flowers. And some of them could see me in the Ring doorbell, and I would give a little message like, hey, how are you doing? Or they'd talk to me, but through the storm door. So it was a way to have that touch and just talk to my people and check on them and see how they're doing without hanging out with them. And so it was really good. And I think I brightened lots of people's days, and they keep sending me pictures of where they planted the flowers.
Yeah, I like the one, somebody had it planted in like a stump.
Yeah, yes.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Was it a purple flower of some sorts? Was it a perennial? Is that what they were?
Yeah, I had all kinds of different, like we'd gone to Lowe's and done a bulk order, so they were all different perennials. I think 4 or 5 different flower types. Don't ask me the types, but they were cute. I don't like to plant flowers. I don't like getting.
I know your favorite flower. I don't know why I remember this as a Gerber daisy.
You're right. John would always give me Gerber daisies.
Yeah,
And
I think that because I think
Gerber daisies
for Secretary Day or something like that. I bought it for you one time or something like that. I remember doing that. And ever
You're
since
good.
lockdown, pink.
Hey,
Pink.
great memory, Abe. Great memory. There you
I
go.
couldn't remember the name of the show I'm watching, but I can remember your flowers.
That's all right.
Have you guys done? So you've been doing that, but have you guys done any charity, anything like that? Have you? So I'll tell you what we're doing. Me and a buddy of mine, Vision Home Inspections. We're sewing masks. I have a background in fashion design, so that's what he has. He has 2 sewing machines in the house, so him and his wife are sewing. I'm sewing. We haven't been as vigilant as we could because we've been actually been busier than we thought we would be. But that's one thing that we're doing. What do you guys?
That's great. Well, up until this week, I mean, I would say right when it started, John and I were volunteering every day feeding the kids. So we were working with the school district, getting out in the community, and it's kind of heartwarming. And that's what I tell people, just to have these kids that are excited to get a sandwich and to get breakfast. So with the recent changes, though, the school district has not let the volunteers go to the communities. And so now the school district has them come to the school, and my heart's still hurting, and now I just got to figure out what to do, because I want to be able to go out and still feed some of those kids that can't get out of the house because their parents work, and that just don't have the, flexibility to have a car to go to the school. So I'm hoping I could do something where, we make sandwiches or something and just drop them off at the community mailboxes, or, something to help with snacks and so forth.
I like that one. I did get an email, I think, in reference to that, where they were still trying to provide meals for the kids because some of them don't have anything to eat during that time.
I mean, there was one day, I think there was 140 meals that I'd given out, and we ran out within 30 minutes, and we had to tally how many kids that we didn't get to feed that day. And I broke down, I bawled. I bawled. Now the next day we came with double the food, but it was just one of those moments that it's just, you appreciate the things you have. So I'm glad for my Slim Jims and my Cheez-Its and stuff and Goldfish, because there's kids that don't get that. So yeah, I don't know. I want to keep doing more. I'm trying to just push all the small businesses and ask how I can support them. And, I have like some private Facebook groups with former classmates from Denton High. And I just went on there yesterday asking, is there anybody that needs anything? Let us know how we can help each other. So I think that's it right now. It's just everybody just talking and seeing what we can do for each other.
Community. I like it. And that's one thing that I will say that Corona 2020 has done for us is it has brought some of us back into a community, whereas we were very dispersed and very segmented and pocketed. We're actually starting to talk to each other again. And
which is good.
I like that. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And it's it's weird that we do that as adults. When we're younger, we want to be around people. As we get older, we want to distance ourselves, especially in our society. We want to be, this is my area, don't come into it, please. Yeah. And we're kind of doing that with the social distancing, but it's funny when you can't do that you want to do it. You want to hug somebody, or you want to,
And I'm missing my hugs. I'm like, I love people, and I'm a people person, so it's different. Like, to meet someone and not shake their hand right now, I'm just like, I'm not being rude, but nice to meet you.
I met 2 cops the other day, and they both shook my hand, right? And I'm thinking, it was instinct, because you know somebody, you shake their hand, and I just did it. And then I was like, I went in the car, like, I said, they seem fine, but I don't know. But I have some neighbors, and we come out, and we do a 6-foot happy hour. So
that's cool.
We sit at the end of our driveways and yell at each other and drink beer.
That's awesome. That's cool.
We don't get drunk. We have a couple beers just so we know that's not that
well, heck, right now, you've got the time to do it, so why not?
Okay, I want to cover 2 more things. I want you to tell everybody about your awards, what you won this year for Keller Williams.
Oh, wow. Okay, goodness. I won a top producer. We won #1 team.
Hey.
What else did I? Oh, a social media influencer. And I think somebody really cool gave me that award.
I did. One of the best roofers in DFW gave me that award.
And you were really nice in the speech. Like, not too.
I was actually going to read. There was a part of the speech I wanted to redo. I had done, was it the Emmy Awards, where he came in and said, if you win an award, come up, thank your God, thank your agent, and go sit down. I wanted to do that during that, but I was like, I didn't know who I was talking to, so I was like, I better not. So
you never know. Yeah.
You got 3 awards. Guys, if you are looking for a realtor, that's the one right there. I have several good realtors, but she's a longtime friend and a good realtor. So if you're looking for somebody in the Denton area or in DFW, it doesn't matter. She'll help you. She can do the virtual tours. This is how I end every podcast I do, is why should the people that are viewing us use Chrissy Mallouf?
Oh goodness. I'm gonna go with it's the service. I'm truly genuine. I treat everybody that I know. It's like a family. So everyone, if you're a $10,000 client, you're buying a piece of property, or if you're a $1 million client, you get that same level of service. I love everyone. I take care of them. I'm known for my marketing, and we all become family. And it's a relationship. Same thing with your business. We're a referral business, and by me taking care of that one client, it continues. And I'm just lucky, and thank you all. And please call me because I'm fun too. So gotta keep that.
See what she has up here, this border she has around her head. We use the same marketing person, but for some reason, Randy didn't get mine. She's getting mine together apparently. But that's fantastic. But guys, you see hers there. Subscribe, please. Like the video.
Please, I need to get those up.
Yes. I need you guys to like mine, and I also need you to subscribe to NTX. No, I'm sorry, Hail No NTX. I always invert it. Hail No NTX. Please subscribe. I love you guys. Everybody stay safe.
Love you. I'll call you when we need a roof.
That sounds good. All right.
Bye.